Our third speaker has been a Toastmaster for over 40 years. He's a distinguished Toastmaster, he's a past district governor, and he's an accredited speaker, of which, how many accredited speakers are there in the world?
75.
72. I believe that's correct. 72. So it's a very small group of accredited speakers in the world. 72 in the world. So that's not even one per country. That's one for every other country.
Don't feel continent.
Many of us have had life-changing experiences, according to our speaker, that have had dramatic effect on our lives. This will be the thrust of our speaker's message today. He's giving a speech from the basic manual. It's project number 5, which is the theme of which is Your Body Speaks. It's a 6 to 8 minute speech. Is that right? No, 5. It's 6 to 8. 6 to 8. Okay. It's titled, I Wish I Were an Oscar Mayer Wiener, which is unusual. I wish I were an Oscar Mayer Wiener. Please welcome distinguished Toastmaster Wayne Choate.
I wish I were an Oscar Mayer Wiener. Sing along, you know this song. That is what I truly like to be. For if I were an Oscar Mayer Wiener, everyone would be in love with me. Very good, very good. Mr. Toastmaster, ladies and gentlemen, wouldn't it be a wonderful world to live in if every day when we place our feet on the floor, we could be guaranteed that everyone would be in love with us? Wouldn't that be a great world, wouldn't it?
Yes.
And wouldn't it be a wonderful world to live in if every day we could be assured that our ideas, our opinions, our feelings would be respected? Wouldn't that be great? And wouldn't it be a great world to live in if every night, when we placed our head on our pillows, we could be assured that somewhere in this world, someone cared whether we lived or died? Well, there's a tragedy in this world, a tragedy that 30% of all the people go to bed each night hungry for something to eat. Now that is a tragedy. But there's a greater tragedy because there's more people who go to bed each night starved just for someone who cares. Oh, I realize there's major problems throughout this world. We all know we have problems in Afghanistan, we have problems in North Korea, we still have problems in Iraq. But ladies and gentlemen, in just the few minutes that you and I spend together here this morning, could we talk about a problem that's a little closer to our home? Could we talk about a problem that may have touched some of our lives already? And a problem that could touch so many more. Well, you see, we started off with that very familiar theme of Oscar Mayer. And we did so not to give a commercial for Oscar Mayer. That wasn't the purpose. But we did so that I could extend an invitation to each one of you to add just a little more living to your life by adding just a little more caring to your living. And it's funny, I could not have spoken to you on the subject of caring just a few short years ago the way that I'm going to be able to speak to you here today. Because until just a few short years ago, I had not met with and talked with one of the smartest men in the world. Oh, you wouldn't know this man's name if I were to give it to you. He's not listed in the Who's Who of America. He doesn't have any degrees after his name, no MDs, no DDSs, no PhDs. I'm not even sure this man had a formal education. But I am sure that I met with and I talked with one of the smartest men in the world. And it all happened quite by accident. Let me tell you what happened. It was while I was visiting a retirement home. And as I was walking through the lounge area of this rest home, this old man sitting in a cushioned back chair, he looked up at me and why, I'll never know. But he looked up at me and he said, say, young fella. Well, when he called me a young fella, he and I became instant friends. I liked him right away. He said, say, young fella. He said, I don't know why you're here. I don't know your purpose. But if you'll sit down here beside me, I'll tell you the secret of life and the secret of happiness. Now, you might agree, that's the kind of invitation that could capture your attention. So I did what I suspect many of you would have done in that same situation. That's right, I sat down to hear what the old man had to say. And the old man started off by saying, "Young fella, I'm 91 years old." And I couldn't believe he was that old. Oh, he looked like an old man, all right, but not 91. I mean, his mind seemed to be so quick, so alert, so witty. But there was something else about it. You know, I think it was his eyes. Yes, that must have been it. It was his eyes. Oh, his eyes reflected a lot of hurt, a lot of anguish, a lot of pain. But his eyes, they seemed to dance just a little bit with anticipation in wanting to tell me the secret of life and the secret of happiness. And the old man continued by saying, "Young fella, I've been in this home now for almost 10 years. And in that period of time, not one person has ever come to visit me." But he said, "You know, I'm used to being alone. I've been alone now for almost 20 years. And in that period of time, I have never gone to bed at night with the feeling that anyone cared whether I lived or died." He said, "Young fella, I lived my life all wrong." And I thought to myself, I lived my life all wrong? What a tragic thing to say out loud. I mean, think about it. Imagine yourself reaching that age in life where you're asked to reflect on your entire life, and then you have to say out loud to the world, "I lived it all wrong?" How tragic. But then the old man surprised me, because he said, "Young fella, I lived my life all wrong, but I really didn't live it so much differently than many other people. Well, you see, I got married young in life, as many people do, and I got a job, I started a family, and I went to work. And then it was almost as if I stopped caring for my family, and I started desiring a better job. It's almost as if I stopped caring for my little boy, my little girl, and I started desiring a better position. It's almost as if I stopped caring for all the ones that I loved, and I started desiring power and prestige and money." He said, "Young fella, I lived my life all wrong. I lost it all." And then it was almost as if the old man realized that he was taking a long time in order to tell me the secret of life and the secret of happiness. And I'm not even sure that this old man realized that he was quoting the great Pablo Casals when he said, "Young fella, in my long life, I have now come to know that caring is the quality that gives life its quality. And until we all realize the value of caring for people, then our lives will be missing something." And then the old man said, young fella, now is the time to be happy. Here is the place to be happy. And helping those that you love to be happy is the secret of life and the secret of happiness." The old man didn't say another word. But as I turned to walk away, it was almost as if I could hear from the echoes of this old man's mind the words saying, "I wish I were an Oscar Mayer winner." Mr. Toastmaster.
Thank you very much, Wayne. Please take a moment, write your comments to Wayne. We're fortunate that we have an accredited speaker in our club, and so we can periodically see